On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
In a nail-biting Senate session, President Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill narrowly passed the U.S. Senate, and it came down to a single vote. Vice President JD Vance cast the tie-breaking vote early Tuesday morning after a 50-50 deadlock.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
The three Republican senators who broke ranks: Thom Tillis of North Carolina, Susan Collins of Maine, and Rand Paul of Kentucky.
In deciding whether to vote for the big, not-so-beautiful bill, I've asked a very specific question. Will the deficit be more or less next year? The answer, without question, is this bill will grow the deficit.
This bill, in its current form, will betray the very promise that Donald J. Trump made in the Oval Office or in the cabinet room when I was there with finance, where he said we can go after waste, fraud, and abuse on any programs.
The bill, a sweeping 940-page proposal, includes $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, making permanent Trump's 2017 tax rates and adding new ones, like eliminating taxes on tips. It also slashes $1.2 trillion in spending, largely by tightening access to Medicaid and food stamps. But critics say it's the working class who'll pay the price. The Congressional Budget Office warns that nearly 12 million Americans could lose health coverage if the bill becomes law. Elon Musk didn't hold back either, calling Republicans the Porky Pig Party for raising the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. His warning: primary every single lawmaker who voted yes. Trump's big beautiful bill is a mix of tax relief, tough spending cuts, and border crackdowns, with $350 billion earmarked for immigration enforcement and national security.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you. I'm waiting, listening to these wonderful words, and they are music to my ears, but I was also wondering how we're doing, because I know this is prime time. It shows that I care about you, because I'm here and I probably should be there, but we do care. Thank you very much.
Democrats slammed the bill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said Republicans are in shambles as they know the bill is deeply unpopular.
Republicans passed the biggest tax break for billionaires ever seen, paid for by ripping away health care for millions of people and taking food out of the mouths of hungry kids. This is not a big, beautiful bill at all. That's why I moved on the floor to strike the title. It is now called the Act. That's all it's called. But it is really the big, ugly betrayal, and the American people know it. This vote will haunt our Republican colleagues for years to come. Because of this bill, tens of millions will lose health insurance. Millions of jobs will disappear. People will get sick and die. Kids will go hungry, and the debt will explode to levels we have never seen. All so that the billionaires and corporate special interests get a permanent tax break. This bill is so irredeemable that one Republican literally chose to retire rather than vote yes and decimate his own state. But there were many, many senators who felt like he did. They knew how bad it was for their states, but they didn't have the courage, they didn't have the backbone to vote with the people of their states. They voted in obeisance to Donald Trump and his billionaire buddies because, as one of the senators said, we are all afraid, speaking of the Republican senators.
But the fight isn't over yet. The bill now heads back to the House, where Speaker Mike Johnson has warned senators not to stray too far from the version his chamber approved. And with Trump's July 4th deadline looming, the clock is ticking. Will the GOP rally for the final vote in time? Or will this big, beautiful bill become Trump's big political gamble?